There's the red light. We're always waiting for the green light. Video is starting. Howdy kebab. Now, is it? That's it. Here we are. Hi, guys. Let's get going here. This is November the 19th, 2025, and I've been having fun putting together a cannon that a friend sent me. Yes, a cannon. He's at Osage Craft Cannons on the Facebook page and many other places. They're great signal devices. They're fun. Let's get that out of the way. Talk about why I'm here. Rant, 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 rant. I'm here to talk about our thoroughly screwed up judicial system. Understand, our system of law and disorder is just about as unfair, as unreal, as sided as any other civilized country in the world. They call themselves civilized, yet they kill people. Let's not get into that. Let's get into this, okay? Criminal law versus civil law. Two kinds of law here. There's a reason for it, but that reason has been so abused, so aborted. Okay, in criminal law, you have to prove, beyond the shadow of a reasonable doubt, to a jury of 12 people who are not your peers, I promise. You gotta prove to them, okay, that it happened. You gotta convince them. So the burden of proof lays on the government. And the government grabs their prosecutors, their blank checkbooks, and they go after you. And what can happen? You can go to jail, put on a work gang, go to prison, put on probation, have an ankle monitor. You can even be executed, killed, murdered, depending on the crime. Well, God, civil law is different. Civil law, the burden of proof for the plaintiff, the bar is really, really low, significantly lower. In fact, the possibility of guilt often translates to civil guilt, saying, naughty, naughty you were a bad boy. It's real easy to convict him of that one because you cannot jail the guy if he loses. You cannot put him on probation. Sure as hell can't execute him, but you know what you can do? You can take every nickel he has, take the shirt off his back, deny him the right even to survive in the streets with the bums. Now, I'm going to take a case in point. Oh, and realize this too. In criminal court, once guilt has been decided, the judge has certain guidelines with which he must legally remain. Now, they don't always do that. Sometimes hubris rules, and they go out of the guidelines because they think they're God. Screw you. But good judges say, okay, the guidelines allow. In a civil case, there are no guidelines, no rules, no limitations. If that judge doesn't like you, he can rape you financially. He can take, it's like a $35 million judgment against a newscaster, or these insanely stupid judgments against people like Alex Jones. Judgments that are so far out of line, you got to ask yourself who's buying off the judge. It's insane. I understand. I think that a civil judgment should be big enough to teach the person or company a lesson, saying, hey, if you do it, it's going to cost you, but not cripple them, not destroy them, not make them wish they'd gone to prison. Let's take an example. O.J. Simpson, actor, running back, football star, black fella. In this case, he was arrested, kept confined for many months. What is it, 10 months, in a 10 by 10 cement cell, not allowed to see anybody, not allowed to see the sun. He was in solitary confinement. And he was tried. The trial went forever. This trial was broadcast all over America. Hell, it was even broadcast over Canada. About that. Anyway, it all ended up with O.J. Simpson being declared not guilty by a jury. Now, the state of California whines, he spent $9 million to get off. No. He spent $9 million to defend his life And the state of California spent over $13 million trying to end his life. You understand, your prosecutors, like in the case of O.J. Simpson, have a bottomless checkbook. They can just hit you, till they win. But in the case of a multimillionaire like O.J. Simpson, they underestimated his ability and that of his attorneys. And understand, California's prosecutors were almost exclusively DEI. Yes, they were put in there because they were black, because they were female, because it was diversity, inclusion, equity. And they lost, and he was found free. Now, here's the problem. O.J. Simpson, like him or not, was found not guilty of the murder of this broad in her shack job. He was found not guilty by the courts. And in theory, that's the end of it. But that's not what happened. You see, the concept of double jeopardy, this doesn't cross civil lines. No. Civilly, you can go after that son of a bitch as often as you want to. So here came the Goldman civil suit. Ron Goldman looking for the money, all he can get. Not just grieving for his homosexual son, but wanting the money. Okay, he sued O.J. Simpson for the murders. The murders he had been cleared of in criminal court. But hey, civil court said, all right, guess what? They found him not guilty. Let's try him ourselves. What? How do you wrap your brain around the fact that he was found innocent and then tried again to be found guilty with a much lower bar? Do you understand this retrial was a freaking travesty? And it's not unusual in our judicial system. We have cases where a guy will be tried in state court, found not guilty, and then hauled away in chains by the feds who try him for the exact same crime in a federal court under a process called dual jurisdiction. I wonder if that process has ever gone up in front of the Supreme Court. I wonder. I just really swear to God wonder. Set that aside. Just remember this, okay? This is the United States of America. In theory, the land of the free, the home of the brave. Our justice system sucks. Our civil judges have no guidelines. There's no limit as to what horrendous, outrageous shit can come out of their mouth. If that judge decides, well, I don't like this person, that judge can take a $3 million lawsuit, and that judge can say, and I'm going to award you another $50 million for pain and suffering. Do you appeal it? Well, maybe, but it's going to go to the same frickin' judge. Our civil courts are a travesty. They are such a joke, it makes me want to just spit in the eye of every civil court judge. Our criminal system, not a lot better when prosecutors are paid 2 to 3 times as much as defenders. Office of the Public Defender, referred to by many as the Office of the Public Pretender. Keep in mind this one fact. It could one day be you.